Jepson Campus was an old 1800 structure which has kind of fallen into a little disrepair. And basically, the capital campaign was an effort to try to modernize it and facilitate the needs of the art department.
It actually was a really interesting structure, and it's got a really interesting history. Apparently it was a men's club, and there were dances there. There was an orchestra that played in that building. There were all kinds of there's all kinds of really rich evidence of the history of that building.
It was a yacht club. They had a little canal that went from the lake up to the building, and boats could just park right there. And they had balls, and I hear tell that they had a bowling alley on the second floor. Later on, it was actually a residence.
I think it was 1989 or 90. It was part of an environmental engineering firm, Stearns and Wheeler. And then the college bought it, and then we've kind of made do trying to convert an engineering type office and buildings into classrooms, which has been somewhat of a challenge.
The classrooms, everything was just jerry-rigged. It was all made to work, but none of it functioned incredibly well. The spaces were very small. Didn't really care where students put nails. I mean, people would say, do you mind if I pound a nail in this staircase? I'm like, no, go ahead. Doesn't matter. Look around, right? So it was in very tough shape. I think what finally really motivated it is the fact that the roof was very dangerous. The building had gotten to a point where it was dangerous, and the Board of Trustees felt like, we can't have a dangerous situation like this. We need to make a change, a positive change.
Roughly since around 2011, we basically had several architect and professional services firms that looked into different options for the layout. There was a programming phase where we interviewed the faculty to see what their needs were from where they were and where they wanted to be. And basically this programming then went into a preliminary design. During that aspect, there was some studies on the structure which basically indicated that we had to do some stabilization of the building until construction started. Once these studies were complete, we went into design and where it led up to Tesh Kent Fay being the final architects. They did the construction drawings, and we went out to bid, and construction started in the spring of 2015. And then it's going to be completed shortly here in May of 2016.
Well, it's going to be amazing. For this year, however, we've had to move out completely. We had to move out last year, mid-year, mid-spring semester, and we had to move everything. We all moved into this one office and had to share. And we've been reduced to just a couple of sort of makeshift classrooms, but we know it's all for the best.
Yeah, this has been kind of a tricky year. We don't have a welding shop. We really don't have a plaster shop. We don't have a wood shop. We're spread into basements all over campus. None of the facilities are great. But the thing is, we know that it's just for a year. And so we just keep telling the students and telling ourselves that, it's going to be fantastic, that we're just getting through this year.
Obviously, Casanova being an old village, part of the permitting process for this project, the village did want to keep as much of the integrity of the building as possible. So on the outside, you'll see that we've kept a lot of the continuity of the existing building into the new addition, but the inside will be entirely updated and totally unrecognizable to what the old structure was.
I can't wait. Well, I think for one, it's going to make the students feel very proud. They're finally going to be working in wonderful spaces that are designed for them to do the kinds of work that we're asking them to do. I'm really excited about the glass and small metal studio. I think already the students make amazing work, and I just wonder how much more amazing it's going to be when they're actually working in really good facilities. where they have good light, they've got good ventilation, you know, they've got the right kind of surfaces, the equipment. I think it's also going to allow us to recruit students. Now I can say, look at this, you come here, you get to play in this space.